Look at my two little jailbirds. See Miss Izzy hiding over here. Mr. Magnus. They come to visit the site today. Alright, we gotta get back to work. Good morning. Welcome back to Casa.texpina. We're on build day number 210. Nice, bright, sunny Wednesday morning, Bali day. We've got the general labor crew here on site, and our two plumbers are on site again to continue with the toilet installations. One upstairs in the media room. Let's go walk around and see where everybody's at. Let's get started. Coming around the back, coming into the garage area. The foreman, Mr. Marlin, and Mr. Jason, our new bodeguero, is are there both working on the tiles here for the garage. So he's getting up closer to the edge along the walls, doing a lot where he's having to do a lot of the cutting to make them fit. Once these are dried up enough, they'll start moving assets out of the way and working on the next piece. All right, checking in on the inside real quick. Mr. Allen is continuing to work with the moldings for the windows inside of the main front door. So he's getting them cut to size and put in place, marking all the pieces so that when they go to take them out for the when the glass comes in, they know which parts go where. Also here, Mr. Alex is continuing with the backing board or the furring for the code ceilings, so where they go to put the cornice work at the top, that's what they're working on. Mr. Chokoy, more Anay Bato again. We're adding another switch. So and Mr. Willie and Mr. Ramos are working on the bathtub installation, so they're getting ready, getting the area prepped for the bathtub. So the excuse me, the it's got the side for the tub to rest on, so you don't have the tub right up against the wall. Also in here, Mr. Gel is continuing to work the painting for our master's walk-in closet. Still have an island to be built that's going to go here, but that'll be a little bit later. Okay, here in the kitchen area, we're continuing to work baseboards and macias on the baseboards, and more macias in the linen closet, and mud and tape for the area above. Mr. Stanley back here is continuing to work paint and macias here underneath the staircase, smoothing out the concrete so it's going to be ready for paint underneath, so they have a good color transition going up. Mr. Francis is also here working baseboards here in the bedroom number 2 area. Coming out into the garage area, like I said before, the foreman is continuing to work the areas up along the sides of the wall where he does have to make cuts, and then he's going to move all this material and start tiling in this area as well, and down to the bar. What we're going to do on the other side, we're still contemplating that. We don't know if we're going to continue this tile all the way out to the road, or if we're going to use some of the tiles, the paver stones that we have up in the front here, or it may be concrete with a texture on it. So we're still contemplating that, still working that out. So you'll find out when we know. Otherwise, here on the side of the house, we got Mr. Ricky getting ready to do painting on the exterior fence grills. So still doing a little bit of sanding and getting it prepped. Speaking of prepping, also Mr. Henry and Mr. Andy are working on the doors. They're getting ready to do the first clear coat on our main door. So they got this all ready to go. They do have the windows protected so we don't get varnish all over the windows. All right, here in the dirty kitchen. So starting to do a little rework of the drain lines. Since we had to move since we moved our sink over, the drains need to move over as well. So they're working on relocating some of those. So we're doing a slight rework, and the plumbers are busy knocking that out. All right, I wanted to take a minute and show you guys the connections that we're using for the bottoms of the toilets. You guys asked about a wax ring. They do not use a wax ring. If you notice on the bottom of this pipe, down below my thumb, is a rubber gasket. This is what fits into the 4-inch pipe for the sewer main, or for the sewer pipe going out to the main septic. They do not use the wax rings on the American Standard models that we purchased. This is what comes with. It attaches up here underneath the toilet for the main outflow, works through the pipe, goes into this 3-inch pipe with the gasket, fits perfectly into the 4-inch pipe that we have mounted in the floor. So no wax ring, no flange, no gasket. All right, so we're going to go through the instructions here for the toilets that we're putting in. Our toilet is a little different from what you normally see in the States. It does not use a wax ring or a flange at the bottom. Instead, what it does use, as you can see here on the thing, it says it's a plastic trapway, which is what I showed you guys earlier in the video. And it has the rings on the bottom of it. This is inverted because they're showing you putting it on the toilet before installation. Toilet into position right above the hole, and it goes down inside. It does a snug fit. Again, there are no wax rings on these toilets. It's not for this particular model. With the it's an American Standard Neo Modern. Here's the item numbers. We're going to put the trap on the bottom, pipe trap. They'll seal it. Now they're going to flip the toilet over and put it in the hole. How was it Happy Gilmore said? Go to your hole. Are you too good for your hole? Yeah. Right there. See, it'll just set right inside. Line it all up. Push it down slowly. Okay, they got it in place. Next thing they're going to do is check level and make sure it's all lined up properly with the right space behind the water tank, and start connecting the rest of the pieces. Then it looks like just every other one that we have downstairs. All right, we got the water in on the water closet in up here in the media room. All right. Water flushes. We're good. And we got the upgrade from the hose bidet to a bidet seat. All right, the spandrel ceiling guys are back today, and they're finished putting in the furring strips pretty much all along the back edge. So what they're doing now is going back in and putting in the actual spandrels. So cut down to size, different locations where they're going to do the different wire drops, and they're starting to put those in. They've got another crew on the front side of the building doing some more. And on the front side of the building, the spandrel ceiling guys are continuing as well here along the front. So our carpenter here, Mr. Allen, has been putting in the moldings for where the glass is going to come in for the front door, for the side lights and transom over the top. So this is what it looks like beforehand. Then he has these. They've only got them temporarily in there because when they get the glass in, they'll push the glass in and then put the molding in behind it and nail it into place. All right, we're getting started with the other side over here, getting a little the tile going. Like I mentioned earlier on the video, when the engineer was out, he did decide we were going to, or we can talk to him, and we all came to the same conclusion. We're going to go ahead and go all the way to the street with this tile here. So all the way out to the street. And Mr. Andy was just showing us the door here. He's got the stain colored just right, so he's going over it one more time with the sand to get it smoothed out before he starts doing the varnish coat on it. All right, Mr. Jojo is getting started in the garage CR, or maid CR, however you want to refer to it. It will be more than just a maid's room, so he's getting ready to get started on the wall tiles. That's where he's getting ready to get started. We are also moving materials around in here. Looks like we're going to get ready to get started doing the countertop here. Okay, we tried a little something with the painting here. Wanted to try it out and see what it looked like. We went ahead and painted the gold ring around the star just to give it a little bit of offset, because we were going to leave it originally just monochrome, so all the same color with the exception of the castings. I'm like, no, that's a little plain, so let's call it out a little bit different. So we went with the gold ring around so that the colors scheme stays the same, and then just got the star there. So it's still, think of it like a black and white version. Nice. We'll see it from the other side, see if you got a better view of the colors. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, looks good for first shot. And Mr. Ricky is continuing with the first coat of black. Oh, it looks like black, but it's not. It's a really dark gray paint that matches the roof line. We're doing that on inside and out of the fence grills. Okay, the guys with the spandrel ceilings are moving along. All right, so that did ended up being fairly level right there. So the top of the rock, or the stone wall cladding, from a distance, everybody that's looked at this, it says, oh, that doesn't look level, but it's level. So good job on Mr. Jojo. He's the one that did that months and months ago. So yeah, Mr. Jojo, busy man, had also finished the tile for the front porch, or the front walkway. So we did the front lip down here. He has also chipped and formed the sides so that we're all on the same angle, both the concrete below and the tile on top. Looks good all the way around. All right, that's Yabba Dabba Zoo time. You guys are getting ready to pack up and leave and go home. Quite a bit accomplished today. Small stuff that we've been working on for the last couple days, but a little further along. So the spandrel guys are a little bit further along on both the front. They're around to the corner, as you can see over here, and almost to the back by the garage. So they should meet in the middle sometime tomorrow. We got one more toilet installed. The one upstairs in the media room, which I showed you guys about. And we got to look at the outside of the house today, as far as what the house now looks like with all the windows in, and starting to paint over on the garage side of the house. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here. You'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon and God bless.